Really? Can you name one that I stole from? Because I can name several that stole from me. Give me a break. I've been very clear about this. I don't believe any Mormon-y polygamy sex thing at all. Do you have a spiritual mom or dad? Do you have a spiritual son or daughter? No biggie, right? Then why do people freak out if I say spiritual wife and I mean the exact same thing? It's simply someone that walks alongside of you for a time, for God's purposes. It has nothing to do with sex. Ew. Way to twist up the cup model and make it creepy. Plus, every sister here that's been pregnant came here pregnant before I even met them. Oh yeah, you're an expert witness. People never change and grow and learn stuff, right? And funny how you keep remembering stuff bigger and bigger every time you tell the story. Okay, first of all, Chris never ran the ministry, and he was disfellowshipped and took off in the night years ago. Nobody with a video online went on an FOTM mission trip with Chris, no matter what they say. It wasn't for the ministry, it wasn't paid for by the ministry, and whatever fool thing like rebuking a demonic air freshener that Chris might have done was not my fault. We try to love a lot of people, even when they get off track. His wife, who tried to physically kill me, by the way, divorced him, not the other way around. And wherever he is and whatever he's doing now is on his head. He's not endorsing me, and I'm not endorsing him. But way to stay on top of the current news. Is there ever a time in the future when you're going to take that nonsense down off the internet? How dated does it have to be? Even one lie makes you a liar. Oh, give me a break! I would think that I would remember that. Give me a list of names, or shut up. For real? Compound? Really, like with barbed wire and fences and guards and machine guns? Give me a break. We live in a townhouse complex in a nice neighborhood right in the middle of a sweet suburban little town. The cops all know me by my first name, and we don't have any trouble with them. They've even investigated bogus allegations about child abuse and other stuff and never found anything. People have called the FBI on us and made up stuff. The only charge we've ever faced from a government agency is when zoning wrote us up for having too much trash out front. We've got warnings all over the place. This is real war. Satan doesn't like what God is doing here. If you don't keep your doors shut, something will munch you up. How many people leave the local megachurch every year? How many people think Amway's a cult? You can't have a business or a church or a lemonade stand without some disgruntled customers. People are people, and they don't always get along. Look up Leviticus 26. It will explain to you why people scream out of here as if people with swords are chasing them, but there is no one there. Oh, and by the way, I'm a real person with real feelings. At what point do I get to claim that I was hurt by the verbal, mental, and spiritual abuse of people? At what point do I get to rally a posse and go hunt down the people that hurt my feelings for the things they said or did? Did it occur to you that they were using our computers on our internet connection for over a week, putting lies up on the internet and banning me from their townhouse that we paid for? And we let them do it. We just trusted the Lord and took the shots. A cult leader would have thrown them out on the street or at least shut them out of the internet connection. They left in a car that we gave them and stuck us with some of their bills. Okay, that's twisted up from my video, The Vision That Started This Crazy Ride, where God showed me everybody on the planet, how bad things are and how much we need to change things. Then he told me I was responsible. He did not say that I was solely responsible or that I was in charge. He said that it didn't matter what he told anybody else, that I was to go. and I was to work as if nobody else was going to help, to live my life as if it all depended on me. I've never said that I'm the head of God's end-time army. For one thing, that's not even scriptural. Jesus is the head, and there's no evidence that he shares that job with anybody. Have you ever seen a picture of Jesus with a crew cut? Any idea what a Nazirite vow is? Samson, John the Baptist, ring any bells? Even Paul didn't cut his hair for a time and offered it as a sacrifice to God. My hair is not the way it is by my choice. It's a fast for God to send my rib, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Only she gets to cut it. My hair has been cut one time since my first wife Rachel divorced on me in February of 2007, and I started praying for reconciliation. It's going to keep growing, and I'm going to continue celibate until the Lord sends my rib. You think I'm making this stuff up, don't you? Not at all. There is a pastor from this town that actually believes that I personally am Lucifer. He put out a video about it. He came out to the park when we were giving away food and clothes to tell me to my face that God had revealed to him personally that I am Satan incarnate, and that was the last event like this we were ever going to have in his town. By the way, if that wasn't enough, his prophecy proved false because we had dozens of events like that. Then God hit his house with lightning, split his church in half, and neither half wanted him. For real. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's what you call hyperinflation. Please don't think these are hypothetical. I seriously have heard that. I don't even know where to start with that. Maybe personal responsibility, trusting God, not looking to man. What a handy theology, though. I can just blame whatever went wrong on that guy. Which leads us to... the translation of that is, my wife isn't doing whatever I command her anymore. Doug told her to listen to God, and now she claims God told her that there was something wrong with me. Doug ruined my marriage. Are you getting a sense that there might have already been problems there? I truly love this man, but now he's facing multiple felony charges and may well go to jail for listening to the voice that he claims is God. We'll find out in the end who was acting like Jesus and who wasn't. Who was trusting the Lord and who was taking matters into their own hands. I pray that the Lord would restore him quickly. This is a reference to the cup model that we use to show people why their cups need to be full and how to get it full. The argument seems to be that it objectifies Jesus somehow. But he is described in the Bible as living water, which is blue, by the way, a river, bread, a pearl of great price, the light, a star, a door, a rock, a branch, a rose, a lily, a bundle of myrrh, a cluster of camphor, a lion, a shaft, a shield, a scepter, a crown, a nail, a lamb, and even a worm in Psalm 22. He doesn't seem to have a problem with explaining himself lots of different ways. I saw my cup. The good stuff is blue. I don't know what else to tell you. In a way, I take that as a real compliment. What it means is that they have no beef with just about everything I say, but something stuck in their craw. The thing is that all of us see through a glass darkly. So if we wait for the 100%ers to come along before we have revival, then we'll never see revival. In fact, the guy that said this, I think is about 60% right, so I'm going to stick with what I'm doing. For real? This is the best use of your time? The Mormons have 15 million members and billions of dollars in assets. The Moonies have millions of members and billions in assets. The Jehovah's Witnesses, the Unitarians, Rob Bell, Rick Warren, really? I'm the one doing the most harm? I'm the biggest, best target you can find? Or do you just have a personal grudge you want settled? The way to know people is if they've got an obsession, then they've made me an idol and they can't see anything else out from under their delusion. Personally, I take it as a great compliment, because if demons are talking out of their mouths and they think I'm the most dangerous religious leader around, then maybe we're getting somewhere. Oh, come on, where's this going to end? Listen, people, here's the deal. You can't please everybody. You can't get everybody to agree with you, nor should you try. If there's a war between good and evil, then Satan is going to shoot at you. And he's mostly going to use people that claim to be Christians to do it. It was Judas, Jesus' own disciple. Remember, that was the one that sold him out. Did Jesus sin? Should Jesus have put him out? If Jesus knew everything, then why did he pick him in the first place? Because it's all part of the plan. You and me are never going to be free of the spirit of Judas until Jesus settles all this in the end. If you're not getting treated like this, then you're not irritating Satan as much as you should. If nobody's shooting at you, then you're not dangerous. That a Christian is controversial does not automatically mean they're wrong. Every revivalist in history was mocked, lied about, hung in effigy, targeted by clergies, and even beaten and worse. Please use some discernment. Test the fruit of the people making the accusations. Take it to the Lord. The people that will survive this ride the best are the ones that call me and tell me they want to come out here. And I say, hey, have you seen all the accuser videos? And they say, oh yeah, I saw all that stuff. But I asked the Lord, he said you're with him, so I'm all good. Even so, some of them forget that God told them that and still freak out later. But it's all part of the plan. And it ain't my plan.